especially on the more business side, there was always an implicit idea that somehow we could separate the personal domain, like what goes on in my inside, and the professional domain with what we are going to do. And a lot of workshops, teams, you come together with people and you have hopefully an explicit agenda, what you want to do. And the idea was keep your personal feelings and experiences a little bit more on the side, or leave them at the door in certain areas, so that they don't interfere with what you want to do. And we see very clearly, and that's like all the new research and study, even for leadership, clearly tells one story, that this doesn't work. And because humans have a capacity to differentiate, that is great, but we cannot fully separate, otherwise we fragment ourselves. So when you have a team and people are having experiences, or you have a workshop and people are having experiences of feeling either not safe, or struggling with feeling included, or getting very overwhelmed by the thing that is to do, or is the task to do at hand, you cannot negate that anymore. Because if you do that, you're in a way, you're decreasing the intelligence that is operating in the room. And there is always a fear, like, oh, if I include a little bit how people feel, it will become so complicated and so complex, we will not be able to do anything anymore, or we will lose the track of what we came to solve, work, process together. And of course, that is, in some way, it's true. When you include it, it becomes more complex. So that's why, as a facilitator or a leader, or any function of working with people or groups, that is like, it's asking you to hold and integrate more complexity. That's why this training is really an offering to give you orientation, how to handle that increased complexity, which then when you learn, and it's not even so difficult, I would say, to understand the basics of it. When you learn that, actually your experience of the work can be much more easy rather than complicated, because you don't have to work with this unspoken, unaddressed force, like the elephant in the room that everybody's busy with, but nobody's talking to. It's almost like half of your computer power, and from everybody else, is busy with something else, and you have just reduced capacity that is meeting in the room. So ideally, when this is working well, you know what to do and what not to do, which is the information you will get in the training. Actually, the capacity to do the things that you came together to do will increase in the group, and you're just going to feel more flow and ease in the work. And then that means the word trauma refers to the domain where people are getting very busy with something on their inside that will keep them from being present to what's happening in the group or in the process that you're in. So if we're not neglecting that anymore, but we'll invite them in, you need some orientation how to invite that in a way that makes it sustainable for you and for the work that you do.